Alright, YouTube. Welcome to the underside of my base. Today we're going to be trying to see if we can't find a Tek Rex, perhaps do some Spinosaurus breeding, and yeah, just kind of messing around. Hope y'all enjoy the time. A friend of mine, oh, base is not loaded in. A friend of mine put some narcotics and some stuff in a chest for us to use in our adventuring for today. Let's see if we can find it. Apparently they think we need to use darts. We're going to use a bow and arrow. I'm too cheap for that stuff. Good old berries. Actually, no. Let's go to our source of infinite food. Spino eggs. Holy Spinos. But it only gets better. This is our very unfinished third floor, or maybe fourth, I don't know. And possibly fifth. Although these are all the females, so these should be laying some eggs for us. Come on. Don't know that we want to wait around for these. We might bring that kangaroo down while we're at it. Yeah, it's a shame that more creatures can't fit in the pouches of these things. It's a cool idea to make maybe raising a little easier, but the only animal I've really used with any success with these is galleys, actually. But as it turns out, they don't actually need very much help for breeding. I think we have some eggs in here. Not in here. What? Maybe one of our good ones. Let's see. 911 damage. Yeah, bad HP. Not one of our good ones. Don't really want to eat Rex eggs. I eat dairy eggs. I want Spino eggs. What? I want to see if we have any kibble for the Rexes. Oh my. Oh yeah, we do. Nice. Okay, so if we find a good Rex, we've got kibble for him, which is great. And we're going to go see, what are we going to ride on to look for these? It's like, we're going to ride on a high stamina wyvern for this. I want to turn up our graphics some too. I feel like this is really low right now. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, yeah, it's on low. Let's get this up. Some eggs now. Yeah, I bet they're not laying eggs because they don't have food. That's what's going on here. Let's see. We've got decent food. Well, you know what? We're just gonna eat as we go. Gather from the land like they used to do. Actually, you know what? I think we're gonna restart our game because I am not a fan of this these graphics. So I will be right back. All right, we are back. A little higher resolution. No clue how this is gonna look when the recording comes out. Hopefully, it actually is an improvement. Perhaps. Yeah, these guys will do for some food. Actually, I bet there was like a ton of food in those fridges we were looking earlier. I wasn't even looking for food. My bad. It's okay. Oh, we still got something attacking us. Is it a pig? We're gonna push that back. Oh, look at that. A archaeological thing popped up right underneath us. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's eat some of that. I think I'm going to save that cat's leg. I'm a big fan of the mosasaurs. Maybe we'll use that to get some of them. A bone. That's interesting. I think you can use those to craft some skins or something. What do we got in here? Oh, this would not be good to DK. Okay, speaking of food, looks like we got some here. Let's see. Okay, good. It already went to my slot. Should we grab some of this just in case we end up tanking a Rex when we find one? I think so. Yeah, you wonder, why do we have this vault sitting here in the middle of nowhere? This was our vault we had outside of the snow cave. A couple weekends ago we decided it'd be a great idea to try to beat this snow cave, and we're not very successful. Maybe we'll go take a peek for those who don't know where this cave is. So we're right below Blue Obby. And this is pretty, I think, accurately described as the hardest cave in all of the game. We've done the Tek Cave, Swamp Cave, all the Aberration Caves, all the Center Caves, all the Scorched Earth Caves. And this is really the only one we've ever failed at, pretty hardcore. We came in with lots of sets of gear and lots of shotgun shells and zip lines and all sorts of good stuff, and we unsuccessful. I'm actually not going to go too much further because we will aggro a lot. Looks like some people have raised some thylas in here to avoid a lot of the mobs, which is a great idea, but I haven't put in the time to have that going, so maybe need to work on that on the next 2 times breeding weekend. And in case you don't know, the water in here is like super cold. It'll kill you in no time if you fall into it. Alright, so let's resume our search for a Tek Rex. Actually, I just realized I don't even know if I have a bow. That'd be great. Okay, we do. Good. Let's get some arrows growing, shall we? Don't have that skilled since the last wipe. Mind wipe. This is official, by the way. So do 100 arrows, that should be enough. I feel like I see Rexes here pretty regularly. Okay, we got a nice Allosaur down there. Never really used Allosaurs until we recently just tried out some of the center map content, and there's some great caves with great loot, and Allosaurs seem to be the sweet spot of small enough that they can get into all the caves, but large enough that for the most part nothing aggroes to them, so really pretty great for that sort of content. we also used them for a little action on the center boss, and we did it on easy, so it wasn't too much damage coming out. But they did a pretty good job at downing that boss. I'd like to perhaps at some point try to get a good melee stat to introduce to our line. We've got like a 52 HP stat, which is pretty great, but the melee is only 44, which is a little lackluster. Definitely probably will get the job done, but we have like a 100 armor blueprint for the saddle, so potentially you could use them for bossing with a Uturianus and maybe some healing pigs to keep their health topped off. As you can probably tell, I really haven't done too much screen capture, so I don't know if I'm gonna make everybody sick with the constant kind of panning around looking for stuff, but I don't really know how to find things otherwise, so we will do it that way. Ooh, these guys got a couple nice ones. 65. Maybe we'll land. Well, I guess we already looked at the alpha, so 65 is not interesting. We're not even going to bother. Maybe while we make the rounds, we'll just put on a little music, but we'll be back when we find one. think we're gonna just perhaps cut out until we find one, just to save save y'all some time. Be right back. I feel like there's a very decent chance we're gonna find one here on Carney Island, so I decided to turn it back on. But let's see what we can find here. Oh, well, we got a Rex. It's our first, I think. Let's go ahead and kill it. Maybe when we come back later we'll find one if we clear out some of these carnivores. So something that I'm sure everybody else knows that I was a little late to the party learning is that dinos have spawn groups, and so if you're looking for something that you plan to spend a little time returning to different areas to see if there are any later, it's actually really a good idea to kill all of the dinos in the area and all of the other dinos in the spawn group, and really can accelerate the rate at which you can find what you're looking for. So I know we use that a lot. For example, on this island a long time ago when we were trying to get Spinos because there were never any. And something that maybe is not well known is that fish are in the spawn group of Spinos. So best way to get lots of Spinos to spawn on the island is just go through the rivers and kill all the fish, and you're bound to get one. Head down this river. I feel like this is a pretty prime place for Rex spawns, or maybe they just come down the mountain. I don't know. This this person's base has over time drawn a lot of I don't know, ire from people on this server. They feel like it blocks a main thoroughfare. It's been some fun griefing to kind of watch from afar going on back and forth about that base. You know, at one point someone built a fence completely encompassing their base, which was kind of funny. Although I think it's auto-decayed because they just didn't care that much. I guess we could also be looking for fossils, but really to me the fossils so far are only really worthwhile picking up if they're glowing, which you kind of have to be close by to see. Not too interested in flying around on the ground. Yeah, we're gonna put on some of this other armor because we're getting a little hot. A wingsuit and the belt attachment. Those are game-changing for caving. If you guys haven't taken the time to go to Aberration and build yourself some, but I'd say that a lot of the content, it's almost necessary to have that. You can avoid a lot of stuff and get to positions where dinos can't hit you, and probably cheat really is what you're doing, but it still takes ammo to kill the stuff, and still there's a sense of adventure because stuff does go wrong and you still die. So. Lots of alphas out. I feel like bringing some of my boss theories over here to level them up. Saw someone earlier today find a Bionic Rex here. It's pretty cool. So I've heard that the Rexes spawn higher too, the Tek Rexes, so I'm kind of excited to see if we can get a high one. You know, Rag would really be the smart place to do this, but I feel like our Rag server is continually server capped, and that is not fun. I mean, we do have a ton of Spinos there, which we'll probably go look at for breeding purposes later in this session. But yeah, so we could upload if we needed to make some space, but I figure for proof of concept, if you will, it might be nice to just name them here. And also our kibble's here. I don't know that we can take that kibble over to Ragnarok, because it's already, it perhaps was already transferred here once, which I'm sure you guys know you can't transfer kibble multiple times between servers. I think it's just got a one time you can do it. Try to stay high enough so we don't have any surprise attacks from Thylas. Happened earlier today when I was getting some narco berries from up here. Not too many spawned near our blue obby base, so I brought a theory over here, and in flight with the theory under my wyvern got jumped by a Thyla, and fortunately the theory got the Thyla. Not too much time and I didn't die, but definitely felt like an arc moment. Last thing you expect always seems to happen. Got another Rex down here. No Tek, but he's kind of pretty. There's a Thyla up there on the left. I don't know if you can see it jumping out of that tree. I'm stuck in a loop. Okay, we're gonna go check up against the volcano. I think that's another good spot. Probably want to get some stamina before we go too much further. This one's pretty nice for travel, 2300 stamina.
Any ideas?
I saw someone earlier today with a really nifty the add-on or something that allowed them to open up a some sort of like a scanner that showed them where all the dinos on parkour of different types, which made something like this way easier. But, you know, I mean, I feel like a lot of the stuff you end up doing in Ark is somewhat unplanned and fun for that reason. So, yeah, I suppose if I always knew exactly where I was going and everything was completely linear, it would take away from a lot of the kind of adventure and fun of the game. Oh, I got another Rex. Not a bionic though. Or not a Tek, rather. He is hanging out by his preferred kibble types. That's cool. Oh, look at those Callies. I don't have any beer on this server, but I'm a big Callie fan. Let's just take a look. Oh, I wish I had a magnifying glass. I'd love to see the stats on these guys. 20. Okay. Not feeling too bad at this moment. 20. Yeah. Still pretty sweet. Color on that one's kind of neat though. That guy, he's kind of got gray and yellow or something. I don't know. Don't have that combo. He's so pretty. Yeah, it's because his inside colors are lighter. Yeah, we're getting out of here. He's not having. Oh shoot! He just threw a rock at me. Well, what do we think? Do we want to farm these, if you will? Do we want to like kill all the things on Carney Island and just keep resetting until we get one? Maybe that would be the most time efficient way. I feel like a lot of these other spawn areas would be a little more tedious to farm that way, but perhaps with the Carney Island being as small as it is, it wouldn't be too much to clear it out and then reset and then redo it. Oh. Looks like we just fell from Ark. We are unofficial, as you can see. Our server's down. Well, yes indeed we did crash. Oh, well, we got a Rex. But yeah, we're down here and our ride is somewhere up there, so let's see if we can't whistle him down. Times J doesn't work. Like it's too far away. This situation appears to be one of those, so let's see if we can like use our spyglass and whistle him. Go. Talking about. Uh-oh, hyenodons. Okay, stop. Stop. Oh, I hear them. Oh, they're interested in me. They're not attacked yet. They have not attacked yet. Let's see if he'll come. Come on. If I whistle him to the ground. Oh shoot, he just landed. Oh great, we got a Carney on us. Oh great. So that's what I'm talking about. I mean, like, if it was all straightforward, this would never happen. We'd never have the fun of getting ganked by a Carney. I don't know how much fun that is. Oh, what the heck? Like this delayed response. Okay, let's do the Carney Island plan. I like that better. Although you know how Ark is. Now that I've decided to do this, we're gonna totally hit like 5 of them on the way back. Or, you know, find 5 Rexes. One nice thing about Rex taming, I suspect, I really haven't done much of it, because just, you know, all the crazy Rex lines out there make taming new Rexes kind of like a pointless exercise. Is that I don't really know if anything will attack them when they're down. I'm almost categorically against tames that you have to stand next to as they are taming. I don't like doing that. I like to get it down, set the timer, and come back when it's done. Oh shoot, it's bright. But yeah, I think that if we bring over a Theory that we want to level, and kill Carney Island a couple times, I bet we're gonna get one. So I will come back once we got that set up. Maybe a little unconventionally, we're gonna use a Callie to do some of the heavy lifting of this process. Kind of early in the stages, but we're, oh shoot, did not mean to tell him to follow me. We're trying to do a boss line of Callies, so we're gonna go ahead and take one of the ones that we'd like to level, kind of see what their top end looks like when they're all leveled with us. I think there's a male in here somewhere that's got the good stats. Should be. Nope. Or Texas Ranger. Let's see if we can find him. Alright, guys. Probably could have been done elsewhere. Ah. Would be in the middle of the pile, huh? Okay, let's go follow me. Callie, please. Children, this is why you should pick up your room. Okay. Go. Yeah, so I haven't really done it yet, but we spent a couple weeks ago, finding some statted wild Callie tames on Rag, and mixed a good melee and melee and HP roll to produce what I think is a pretty decent animal. So looks like it's got starting here with 100% imprint, 7600 HP, and 488 melee. I think that equates to like a 48 HP roll and a 48 damage roll. So we're going to go ahead and put these first 20 points into melee, just since we're going to get a lot more melee here shortly from the points we get from clearing Carney Island of Rhinos, and hopefully we'll just keep doing that until we get a Bionic Rex or a Tek Rex to spawn, rather. And one thing that kind of bugs me about Callies is that they don't harvest meat, and so we're going to bring along a trusty vulture on our shoulder, which hopefully will eat the carcasses so we don't leave a mass of dead bodies all over the place. It's gonna annoy me. I'm gonna move him. It's a sweet Tapahara that a friend of mine has let me borrow to breed with. That color's so cool. I'm gonna hopefully never built a Tapahara tech saddle, but if there ever was a Tapahara worthy of one, I think it's this guy. Gorgeous. Okay. So let's get ourselves a wyvern. Let's got some good stamina on it, so we don't have to take lots of stops. And then we're going to try to grab this Callie off the top. Go! Okay, off to Carney Island. We might just kind of cruise through the area between mountains on the way, just to see if we can't find anything. Sorry for the chair squeaking. It's our trusty mushroom cake that we make on Aberration. Super easy to get the mats for it and very nutritious. Might jack up our game a little bit. See what we're looking at. What the heck, we'll do a full-fledged flyover. Bring some good old Pure Leaf HT. Yeah, depending on how this goes, we might actually come back and switch out our Callie for one of our Spinos. We've also got a pretty decent line of boss Spinos in the works, and they would just annihilate Carney Island, which would be pretty fun too. And additionally, allow us to level one of them that probably needs some levels. Theory would work too. We could fly there with the theory, but I don't know. I think Spinos are more fun to go with theories. Yeah, the other thing we can kind of look for as we're going is these mounds with the fossils in them. So far, I've only found one with the sparkles on it, and it had a nice pair of journeyman gilly legs. That was on Rag near the Scar, the wyverns. So, if you're looking for some of the sparkly ones, that one instance might point to like there being a relationship between like more difficult areas have the sparkly fossil mounds on them. Well, I'm not sure if that's true. Yeah, we'll just look for some place to park our wyvern, although I guess we might do a little flyover first, just to see if maybe one's already waiting for us, which would be great. Mars and Tavises are not what I'm looking for on Carney Island. I wish there were not so many of those around here, and they're going to be a little more challenging to kill on a Callie, but whatevs. Okay, so no T-Rexes. Let's see if we can't do something about that. And land him. Maybe we'll put him on neutral, just in case something decides it thinks he would make for a good snack. Like some retaliation. And let's, I think we need to set this guy to neutral, perhaps. Although really, he's probably not going to do anything unless we go aggressive. Well, I could see him flying off and just having some issues. So I don't know what we're going to do. We'll see how this works. I know this works in theory, so we'll see if it works in practice as well. You never use these guys for caving. They are a hoot. They're so fun. Okay, we're one-shotting level 20 Carnies. Apparently, Raptors are a little more robust. Oh, okay. Missed him. I feel like I need to perhaps get some rare flowers. These guys are not cooperating. terrain. I wish this was Minecraft. We could, oh, here we go. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Neutral. Everybody, attack. just one-shot everything, really. Some boulders. That vulture, he's doing work. It takes a lot of bites to eat an Argentavis. Yeah, the Callies are at the right height that really Arthropluras do not hit them. So, like on the center, there's quite a few caves that have a really questionable number of Arthroplura in them. And the Callie, ooh, no, we know it's not glowing, but whatever, we'll check it out anyway. With the Callie, you don't get hit, so your armor is great. I'm gonna drop some of this stuff. 4 levels, pretty nice. Really, we don't need any of this junk. We might put on better armor in case we get knocked off again. As much as I love pairing gear. And actually, I think he's ignoring group whistles. I think that's what happened last time. So we're gonna change him to neutral. Okay. I don't know if scorpions are in the same spawn group with Rexes, so it might not be doing us any good to kill them, but I'm headed to try it. Oh, one shot. That? Oh, Pelagornis. Ten, 2 shots, not bad. Eat that underwater. Maybe not. Okay. I bet that person has that little away base here just to into that cave and get that artifact. Pretty good idea. It's running away. Cool. At some point this guy's gonna get full. I'll be curious to see how much meat he can hold before he stops eating. Go. See how far we can hit from. Nice, bloody already. For right there. Kind of. There was a fossil thing just popped up right in front of us. It's kind of fun. We're gonna ignore it. Well, maybe we should grab it. Maybe they kind of work like spawns and dino spawns. Maybe if you don't pick them up, then better ones don't come. I don't know. also don't know if you don't eat the body, if that prevents new spawns from coming. Be an interesting dynamic to know about, especially for like respawns in caves. You could prevent them from respawning by just not letting the bodies, not, you know, eating the bodies or holding on, whatever. Ask yourself, is it really worth it, Argentavis? Like, you're gonna die. What's gonna happen? Shoot, there's another one. Okay. I don't know that I've ever seen Rexes over on that little island, so we might not bother clearing it out. You know, I also don't know. Perhaps aren't getting far enough away for stuff to respawn, so we maybe need to just get on the Wyvern and get out of here and come back in a bit. I don't know. Lots of action over there, though. There. Nice. That's pretty beefy, whatever he is. He's got that healing going on, but still. Wailed him a couple times. 95. Vulture. Check out our vultures. Meaty's gotten them. Not that much. Okay. Oh, I did it. This thing. That's what I'm used to. It's like one-shotting this guy. Dolphin just died. Okay. Let's throw some fun into that mix. Very satisfying, the vulture throw on these guys. Those guys are doing. Missed. Oh, we clipped one of them. Oh, he's dead. Okay, looks like the island is large enough that stuff does respawn when we're on the other side. I think this is gonna work. Just give it a little bit of time. Oh, there we go. 2 Rexes over there. They're not bionic though, but take it. Definitely gives us a little hope. Now, what are y'all doing? That's just silliness. Not a you, Tyrannus. The word is nothing. And then allow you to... Okay, here we go. right click like this doesn't take any stamina, which is nice. Knocks back. Great. Level 100. Apparently our bird does not like eating things in the water. Or really, he just eats very slowly in the water. Okay. So, I think I'll say scorpions must be part of the spawn group because I feel like all we killed on this island a moment ago were scorpions, so it did seem to help. Some raptors up there. Kill those. You guys are not very fast in the water. That's kind of drawback. Some of this? Oh, nice. Points, huh? Shoot. Yeah, 140, nice. We should name this Callie. Pretty well for us. I know what his name though. When did he take damage? He's like down like 1,000 health. Good. We'll just do the loop. It served us well last time. Carnivores up there, I don't. So the one sparkling one I did find gave me like 15 bones too, so that's something to keep in mind if we're trying for this event to make some of those costumes. It might be worth hunting the sparkly ones if we could figure out a way to know where they are. Nice. And our bird seems somewhat hesitant to eat other birds. Kind of interesting. Some pigtails over there. Maybe it's wings, I don't know. Sun is never fun. It's gonna be great. We're gonna kill so many here. 2 for 1. We're gonna turn off light shafts, I think. Oh, absurd. That didn't really help us. Maybe we should just turn down the aim up. thing I failed to do is actually bring a good saddle on this guy, which might prove to be an issue if we find a Rex to tame, because it's probably going to wail on me as I try to tame it. Back. Oh, goodness. Feel a little guilty about that one. Oh, it's kind of incidental. I wonder if they have more melee, if that will make them use less bites to kill, to eat stuff, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Takes a lot of bites. I don't know. Let's try buffing up his melee. See what happens here. I suppose at some point weight would be an issue on these guys, but never really thought about doing a meat run with a vulture. Maybe if you had like, I guess I don't know if their efficiency is better than like a Rex or Giga per se. I mean, I can't imagine it is, but kind of a cool dynamic if you could harvest them with one of those and more meat than you would otherwise. In fact, I really don't think I care about this portion of the event, the bones, but I didn't grab them anyway. Ooh, Rex! Not the Rex we want. It's okay. Not bad. I'm gonna keep going some melee on this guy. How much HP do we get per? Like 500? That's great HP. Thinking like for bossing, maybe 15,000 hit points and 700-800 melee. That'd be pretty good setup. The imprinting on these guys is super easy. They print double. So like, assuming you're kind of staying on top of it, when they're at 50% maturation, you're at 100% imprint. So for me, that really means that Callies have like a 20% effective stat buff relative to other dinos, because I don't really ever get 100% on anything, on especially on 1x maturation. So the fact that you can essentially always get them to 100% imprint, they are relatively better than other dinos, on top of the fact that they're already pretty great. don't know really how the birds play into the spawn pool here. I don't know if it's worth trying to pick them all off. They're like majorly cutting into our spawns. Let's try to take one out and see if we can aggro him. I miss him. I have a guy that can throw things. Why don't I just do that? Go ahead and just take the arrows and drop everything else. Great. Come on, bird. Oh, maybe we've reached that limit. Let's see what he's got in him. What's he doing up there? Okay, so let's go ahead and drop all that. Yep, that was what we were waiting for. What's he doing? He wants to gather all the meat first. Okay, surely he will now rest his labors. Here we go. Yeah, it's a bit grindy, but I mean, this is kind of I find the best way to reliably get dinos that are kind of rare, hard to find. Just find an area where they know they spawn and then just kill everything over and over until they come. I think I heard that there's a 5% spawn chance, so I think so far we've maybe seen 5 Rexes, so probably shouldn't have seen one yet, but if we can get some kind of lucky strings of spawns, we statistically should get one. Not too long. We still might switch gears and do the Spino strategy. Maybe even do a fly over the island, just some of the frequent Rex spawn areas. I'm kind of liking doing the Cali bowling. You can get a turbo on that gun. He just ran into my boulder. Very nice of him. Let's do some long distance. I don't really want to get too close. Our Cali does not like meat. Something. Maybe their bodies are too low. go. Not a Cali, sorry, a vulture, yeah. No, Mr. Carney. I'm surprised we haven't seen any alphas. An alpha for the XP for this guy. Yeah, like I said before, I like to use these guys for bossing. Kind of in theory, we think that perhaps because of the large body size of some of the bosses, that you might get multiple bounces with the rocks they throw. And, you know, typically straight up DPS between rocks and punching actually wins out by about, I think, 15% or so. But, you know, if the rocks is bounce once or twice, then, you know, potentially your rock damage would way outshine your just kind of swiping damage. And then on top of that, if well, you're not taking damage because you're in range, I think that'd be great. And also, I've heard that perhaps the rock damage is a different type of damage, and so maybe it would do some additional damage to certain types of bosses. I don't really know why I think that would be true, but I have read it more randomly on some forum that the Cali boulders do like double damage to dragon, which again makes no sense, but who knows. If it was true, it'd be cool. Most importantly, they can eat sweet veggie cakes, so they essentially have infinite health. As long as they don't take more damage, then they can heal through veggie cakes and probably pigs as well. Need pigs to support them. I'm gonna just try leaving the bodies this time, see if it impacts respawns. Definitely make this process faster if we weren't having to go back and make sure that all the bodies got eaten. Well, I guess if truly speed was what we cared about, we wouldn't even be here on one of these, but... Seconds, I've already forgotten what I said I was going to do. Do one more lap on the Cali, and then we'll perhaps come back on a Spino to be a little bit faster. Do not like the knockback on these guys now, or the not knockback, but the way they knock you off. Oh, there we go. That guy doesn't get stamina in the water or something. I don't know. As you can see, he's just really the product of 3, I guess, but really it was only the stats of 2. I think both the stats were on males though, so I had to mix it with the female though. stats lined up the way I wanted them. I think actually they have a pretty good stamina roll. I think that 1530 is perhaps like a 40 something in the 40s, but still pretty darn good for a wild tank. Yeah, and perhaps one of the best things about the Kali, if we can actually get a bionic, or not bionic, but a Tek Rex, is that you can shoot from their back, which would make the taming process pretty painless. Oh shoot. Alright, well I think we'll be right back until we find a